Hi, everyone. Wanted to take a few minutes and talk with you about Heritage Title Agency's new app. It's called PRISM. You'll be able to do a lot of things in here. And so we're just going to start in with creating your account. So when you come in, you're just going to click on this create an account. You'll just input your email address. It's actually going to send you an invite. When you get that invite, you're going to come back through here. It's going to verify that your email address doesn't already exist, that you don't already have an account. And then it's going to prompt you for your phone number, and it'll send you over a text code just to verify your identity. And then once you get that, you're going to be able to log in. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in here. And the very first time you come in, you're going to be prompted to choose your office and also the employee that you're working with. And that's because things are co-branded. So it's going to have your information on the quotes and property reports. It's also going to have Heritage's information on there as well. So it's also going to prompt you to finish up your profile. And if you just skip that, that's fine. You can always come back here under Manage Profile. Here you can add your photo. You'll be able to add in all of your company information, your address, your phone numbers that you want to contact or be contacted at, and those will also print out on the quote. You can also change your phone number or email address contact if you have to, or change your password from here. So always come under Manage Profile and you'll be able to do a lot of things over there. So I'm going to go back to this home screen here. And when I go back home, you're going to see that we have quotes. You're going to see property reports and farming. You'll also see Agent Print Pro. These are just different tools that you'll be able to use all in one place. So I'm going to start off with the seller net sheet, just run through a quote. And when you come in here, you'll really be able to put in as much information as you like here. So if you start typing in a property address, if it finds a match, it's going to pull that information in there for you. If it's vacant land, you can always come down, just select the county. You'll be able to select the city, so you can still move forward with your quotes. And then here you're going to select your transaction type. So I'm going to do a sale with mortgage. I'll put in my sale price. If you know the seller's payoff amount, you can put that in there. That'll help figure into their calculations. You can also put in a closing date. And then if it's the owner's pay or the buyer's paying for the owner's policy, you can always change that here if you need to for the particular quote. Otherwise, it'll just default to seller. And then you can really go on to calculate. Now, when this page comes up, you'll be able to input in different information that's applicable to this specific quote. So if you have your property tax prorations, you want to put those in, you can put that amount in there. I'll show you another way you can get prorations to come in also. If the seller's already paid those, you can mark that box there. And then here are fees that are typical amongst the quotes. And you can just put in those dollar amounts there. So you can just start typing that in. If you had a second mortgage as a payoff, you could put that in there as well. That's also going to figure out into the results of the page or the quote. And then you can come here and just click on calculate. Now, when you get to the results page, there's a few different things that you can do here. So this is going to show you your estimated proceeds. You'll see that quick number. You're going to see all the fees that are part of this quote. Over here, you're going to see some quote details. And you can really share this with your clients in a couple of different ways. So you can email this quote out if you want. You can just put in their email address. You can add in any notes here that you want for your message. You can also see here that it has the quote already attached. You can attach other files here if you wanted to. You could share those with your seller, like the agreement or if there's any disclosures, and you can send that quote out. We do have a virus scan here, so it's going to scan that, make sure there's no issues with any of the attachments. If it finds something, it'll let you know. Otherwise, you'll get just a little badge that your email has been sent. So you can share it through email. You can also download this quote. And if you're on your phone, you can download the quote. You can text this over to your client. If you are on a phone or a mobile device, you'll be prompted to actually save it to your home screen. So down at the bottom of your phone, you'll have your share icon. You can just tap that, add it to your home screen. It's going to put Heritage's logo there, and then you can actually use it like an app. I'm just showing it on the desktop here. We've got a little bit bigger screen, but it's definitely available on your phone. So when you generate a quote here, this prepared by box, this is going to show all of your information. So this is all coming from the managed profile. So you can see it's got your photo. Mine's a little bit different, but you'll have your office address, your company name, all of that will be here. And then underneath it will be another box that'll have all the information of the employee that you're working with over at Heritage. And then you can see here's a breakdown of all those fees in the different sections. And then if there's any disclaimers or notes about the policies, you'll see that as well. So you could download this. You can also print from here. Now you can also place the order. So if the seller wanted to accept this offer, you want to go ahead and start that transaction with Heritage, you can just click on this place order. This is also an email. You can see here it's going to go over to them. This is also going to have the quote attached as a PDF. You can definitely attach any other files that you want to send, like the contract or purchase agreement. You can share those over and you can go ahead and place the order. This is also an email, so it still has that virus scan as well. And then it'll let you know your order has been placed. So what if you get here and you need to make some edits? Really easy. You're just going to click on this edit. And then when you come here, you're going to see the different fees. Here's some fees that we have that we can change. So if I missed a fee here, I wanted to add it at this point, I could do that. I can also go down and add other fees here. So you can see here, maybe I had a home warranty I wanted to add. You can also add a fee on the fly. So if you had, for example, a credit, you could put that in. And then anything you add here, you can edit those fees. So I could put in my home warranty. And then maybe I wanted to delete this credit, I could delete that as well. You can also edit quote details here. So if I wanted to put in that property address, maybe I got an updated payoff amount, I could put that in, and you're going to see that's just really quickly going to update our quote here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one. Now you can see here, now I have this updated version of this quote. So if I go back over to Seller Net Sheets, I'm going to come back here to my Save tab, and you can see here's that quote we just ran, and then here's that second quote. So these will save for you for 90 days. After 90 days, they drop off, but all of these fields are searchable. So if you were to actually look for Maine, it's going to take you directly to that quote. So you can always search for any of these values here and get back to it. So I'm going to jump back home. Just really quickly, the rest of the quotes are very similar to this one. When you have your multiple offer, I'm going to go ahead and just choose another county and city. Just remember, if you do have the address, you can type that in here. If you have your listing amount, you can put that in. And then again, here, if you have your payoff, you could put that in. If you put in your listing amount, the quote will actually tell you what the offers are, if they're over or under listing. So I'm going to put this one as a little bit over. I'll put my closing date here. I'm going to come down. You can do up to 5 different quotes here. So I can put my dates in. Maybe I'll add one more offer. I'll make that one way over. And then here, you can also add in any notes. So if this one has maybe repairs and home warranty, you can put this on there. This is going to show on your quote as well. So I'm going to go ahead and calculate. You'll still get this page. You'll still be able to put in those other values that you'll be able to change. So I'm going to put in my transaction fee here. I'm going to leave the rest of those blank. Here I have some taxes. I'll put that on there. This one maybe we're going to indicate that the seller paid. So you can see these really function independently of the quote, and you can go through and make those changes as well. So I'm going to calculate here. When you get to your quote results page, you're going to see the different offers. You'll still be able to edit them individually. You'll still be able to place an order for them individually. You'll still be able to email or download those quotes. But if you come here, you can see just really quickly, this one had a pretty good proceeds amount here. So I can come and I can recommend this quote. So I can recommend from here, or I can click on this heart from here, and I can indicate that I want to really draw their attention to that one. So I just clicked on this download comparison. When you do that, you're going to get a cover page here. So it's going to show you all the comparison of all of the offers here. You can see here's that one I recommended. I had those notes on there. It's going to just put that little border around it, really draw their eye to that quote. And then as I scroll through the different offers, I'll see, here this one, it's 1% over listing. It's going to show, again, just a breakdown of those fees. Here, this one's under listing. I can keep scrolling. And then this one, here's that one that I recommended, and then I have that over listing. So if you put in that list amount, that'll just show there for you, just give you another little bit of information you can share with your client. So I'm going to go over to the buyer estimate. Same thing here. I'm just going to pull the county and city. And I'm going to put here, this is a sale with mortgage. If you put this information in here for the sale price, it's going to figure out what that new loan amount is. You can definitely change it. So you can come here, you can put that in. It's going to figure out your percent down. If you put in your earnest money percentage, it'll figure that out. And then I can always come here, put in my closing date. And if you have a sale with mortgage, you'll also have the ability to do a payment estimator. So I'm going to put in my taxes. I'll have that transaction fee, and then I'm going to calculate. And on the results page, you'll see I'll have a payment estimator here. So this is also something you can include to your client if you'd like. So if you know the interest rate, you can put that in. You'll start doing the P&I here. And as you break down the different info, it's going to put that in here into this infographic. This is something you can include on the PDF. And then you can always download that if you want to. I always like to show this one. This is just something you can include, just that extra little bit of information you can share over with any of your buyers. So here's my quote. Here I can see the breakdown of those different fees. And then here I have that payment breakdown. The next thing I'm going to go over to is property